Hi, I'm GeoDav, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do a very simple, very basic damage mask for our land buggy, our wheeled vehicle. As you can see here, this is not the wheeled vehicle mesh, and if you've never seen this program before, it's called Blacksmith 3D Paint, and this is the freeware version. Now, where do you get this? Well, you get it from here, www.blacksmith3d.com. Now, they do supply a download for the full suite 3.2. As you can see, when I scroll down here, there's quite a few Gucci little bits and pieces that it does. Now, let's be honest, you're not going to get all that for nothing. You'll get a trial version, but they are very, very kind in by giving us or letting us use the freeware paint version. Now, right, let's just get rid of that. Now, so where do we start? Well, obviously we need to get our mesh in. So, File, Import. Now, as you can see, as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, I save everything out as OBJ files. Now, this is purely to do this sort of work, because all these 3D paint programs only work with OBJs. So we'll just import that one. There we go. Go on. Yes, we don't want to keep that one. And there you see our buggy. Okay, very simple. Now, where do we go from here? Well, as you see on here, it says no map applied. So obviously we need to apply a map. To do this, we click onto the Maps tab. We don't want that one, we want a new one. Right click in this area, create a new map. Now, as you just see down here, it flashed. This version has a maximum map size of 1024 by 1024 because it's a freebie. If you want to do maps that are larger, then you'll have to buy a license. So what do we do here? We'll just give this a very simple name. Let's just go for something really clever like damage mask. And .tga, because I want to save mine as a TGA file. Click on OK, and we get a nice white map here. Well, if you look at any of the damage masks in the Epic packages, you'll see the background's black. Now, to paint this black can be a little bit difficult, but they made things really easy for us by, if you right click on the map, you can see, go down here, invert colours. Smashing. Black it is. Now, I don't want to paint in this view at the moment, so we'll just go on here, click for the top view, and that's what I want. But I still can't paint on this because it says no map applied. And if I go, I'll just do this very quickly, and it'll go, oh look, it's flashing at me and nothing's happening. Well, it's nothing happening because there's no map applied. So what we have to do is go to the manager, click on open the materials. As you can see here, there's still nothing there. Click on this little triangle arrow there, and you get this map. This little window opens. Now, obviously, freebie version, you can't do everything with it, but we just need the colour one. Okay, click on the arrow, the drop down, click on the damage mask, and everything goes black. So that means a lovely little map here has been applied. So now we'll go back to the tools. Now I've got the paintbrush on. Now what I need for this, because I'm very lazy and I don't want to spend an hour or two doing this, I'm just going to make it nice and quick. You've got lots of settings here. You'll find a lot of them that are in normal paint programs. And the one I want to use at the moment is the culling. Now it's set per pixel. I don't really want to play with that much so I'll just click on none. So basically, whatever I paint here, whatever is under my brush will get painted. That means the top, the bottom, the sides, the lot. Okay, so what we're going to do? Well, we're going to start painting. Now obviously I've got the brush tool. Now I'll just switch this so black is the background colour. click on there, and yes, we get our normal colour picker. Now I'm going to go for use what I call full colours, which basically means you have the red, it says rotate, it's German. Okay, the program's not German, but the language of my operating system is, so it picks that up. Okay, so I'll just have that set to 255, which is a nice full red colour, and with the left mouse button just going all over this, nice and pretty, going over there, making this all nice. Now I'll show you a little thing here. If you watch this little window here, and I go onto this suspension bit, you see the little question, the exclamation mark come up, and it says down there, overlapping in texture space may not paint properly. Now that's why I say a lot of the time, try where you can to give things a unique UV map, because it makes things a little bit easier. Now I'll use red because on the front, because it seems that the leading edge of all the vehicles has red on it on the damage mask. So we'll now go for another one. Let's go for green, shall we? Okay. So we're basically just going to paint the whole of the middle bit green. I really should take a bigger brush for this. And yes, it does tend to seize up a little bit every now and then. Whether that's because of my system or the program or the fact that I'm trying to record at the same time and it doesn't like it. Probably a mixture of everything, to be on the realistic side. Now I'm just going to increase the size of my brush here. You've got a nice little slider here. And yes, it looks absolutely massive, but because I've got the hardness set to 0, it shouldn't be that bad. There we go. Alright, next bit we're going to do the back area, and I'm going to go for a full blue this time, still set at 255. Now I'm going to have to be, that's not too bad, up the middle like that, fades in there, gets a bit too close to the wheels, which we don't want, so I'm going to reduce my brush down. I'm going to increase the hardness up to 100. Now I'm going to go onto the rubber. Oh no, sorry, I should say eraser, shouldn't I? Don't want to offend anybody who uses the name rubber for other things. So we're just going to go over there. As you can see, because my brush is now a lot bigger, I've actually clipped these bits here. So let's just go, yeah, I've already had that, get it on the brush. I'll take the hardness back down, just so I can get that back to being a bit on the blue side. Let's get back on a bit on the green, so I can get that bit there. And now what I'm going to do is be extremely silly and go for something that's in between. Now which one did I have? I had a nice sort of pinky colour. There we go. That one. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to run a nice stripe all the way down the middle here. Now this is probably going to make things go absolutely cack in game, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Now just to show you what's happened with this painting, alright, click on the rotate tool up here. As you can see there, it says rotate tool, and I'm just going to spin this round, and as you can see, it's painted near enough the whole lot. You might find there's a couple of little areas that have not been caught, but that's fine for us. I like that. It doesn't look anything like the Epic stuff, because obviously they spent a lot more time sorting these things out, but that'll do for us, I think. Now what do we do now? Well, very simple. Click on your maps tab. As you can see here, how it's all been painted onto the UV map. Now alright, maybe you could do this in a 2D program, but obviously this makes things a little bit easier. Well, I think so anyway. Now to get this map out of this program and into something that we can use, you simply right click on it, click on export. Now as you can see here, if I go into my details, I've already done this because the last video didn't sync up too well. So no, that was the fly bug. Yeah, because that one didn't work too well either. Anyway, land buggy maps. Here we go. And where have I got my damage mass? There we go. We'll use that. Okay. What's your naming conventions? Make things very simple, easy to understand, so when you get it in the editor, you'll be able to find them a lot easier. Okay, and that's basically it. That's all we need this program for. Now obviously if you want to play around with it a bit more and try your hand at different things, then go for it. You might even be able to use your, well, I suppose you can make your morph targets with this, but then you'd have to re-import them into Max or another program and then export them via Actor X, yeah, and rig them and all the rest of it. But well, we'll just leave it at that for the moment. So this makes us ready with this mesh to go into the editor and start our packaging. Okay, so I'll see you there very soon.